Hey guys, it's me Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. And today's topic is going to be about an anime that came out this season. I think it finished yesterday and I watched it. And main reason I want to talk about it is because it caught me by surprise. And when I say the title, you guys are gonna probably look at me like, pause, that's going to be weird. But the anime is called Days with My Stepsister. It's a very wholesome anime. And that, by the title, it sounds like a bit of a, the title sounds like a fucking incest type of anime type shit, but it's not. It's actually a really wholesome type of anime that I would recommend to like anyone just looking for a good anime to watch this season. And I've been, this is kind of off topic, but I've been really busy lately, so I haven't been able to sit down and watch anime as I usually would. So this is probably one of the first seasons of anime. I have to wait until everything is finished so I can go back and watch some stuff. And when I watched this, the main thing that drew me into the anime itself was the way they did the storyline and the way they did the main two characters in this anime, because it is a romance, and yeah, it is kind of just inbred, and I won't argue that it is inbred. But the way they do it is very unique, I think. So they tell they tell both perspectives of these main characters. Like the main male lead, Yuta, I think his name's Yuta. Yeah, he's mainly just a guy that keeps to himself. He does anything he can to help others out, and he changes himself to help others out. So when he gets a younger stepsister, Saki, he kind of tries to change to fit her, trying to change to help her and stuff. Yeah, tries to change to help her out and change to just support her and stuff. But Saki's kind of just an introvert. That's kind of the best way to put it. She's kind of just like, she keeps to herself, she bottles all of her emotions up, she doesn't really speak to anyone. The only person that really knows her is her mom. The only friend she kind of has is like that friend that is friends with everybody. And I think the way they do these two characters is very unique, and the animation that goes along with this anime is actually very good. And that's one thing I can say about all animes this particular season. All the animation quality has just been flawless, except from Failure Frame. That I did want to make a video on, but I'm not even going to talk about that. But fucking the animation quality for this is amazing, and I think they did a wonderful job of telling the actual story, because there's an episode, I think it's episode 9, Stepsisters and Diary, I think it's called, where it's just Saki voicing over some past events, writing in a diary as she does in the previous episodes. But at the end, towards the end of the episode, she changes, and then she cuts her hair and stuff and tries to be more open and tries to protect her stepbrother and stuff like that. I think is such a cool way of doing something like that. And out of all anime titles, I get why they chose this one, but from someone that just looks at it, is like, yeah, this is going to be one of those inbred type animes and stuff like that. But it's actually, yeah, there is a bit of it, and I won't take that away from it. Like episode 3, when I first watched it, I was like, what, are we going left now? Are we going left? But I say episode 3 is basically where it's at its worst, at the start of it anyway. But other than that, it's not that bad throughout the series. And then I know the original source material is a light novel for the show. I didn't even know, to be honest. I thought this was an original anime. But I will probably give it a read, because I do read a fair bit of light novels, but I've never read a romance type light novel before. I've read a bunch of light novels to like shonen not shonen, some isekai to manhwa. But when it comes to romance, I've never really read a light novel that is a romance. I think the closest one I was going to read was the Alia one, but I'm just going to stick to anime only with that one since I got a season 2 confirmed. So, but I think this anime is going to be really slept on, the Days with My Stepsister. I think I would recommend it to you guys. I think the way they do the story and stuff throughout the whole thing is actually really cool. And then it's not just Saki as well, it's a really good character, the way her development is done. I think Yuta also is a very cool character. I think they did a good job with him, trying to he doesn't want to hurt anybody. He just wants to do the right thing. He just wants to be supportive, but it's that support that's what's making Shiki keep her distance, because she wants to just stay to herself and find some value in it. Because there's also some really intriguing messages for this anime, and what I mean by messages, there's some like actual real world things that people might think about in this anime. Like this is completely different from what it is, but there's a scene, I think it's in episode 2, where Shiki says, oh yeah, the women have 2 roles, and it's basically, if you know the stereotypes, basically you know what it is. And she basically fit herself into those stereotypes to please Yuta, but he didn't want it. He just wanted her to be herself and stuff like that, and she found that hard to accept, that that's all he wanted of her, is just to be herself. And I think the messages from this anime particularly is just that you don't have to bottle everything up inside. You don't really have to adapt to anybody. You just keep to yourself, do your own thing, and then if you build a relationship. Basically, that's basically all this anime is mainly about, is building a relationship. But I will say that is the incest stuff that people might not be a fan of. I understand that it is like, to be honest, I was expecting a lot more of it throughout this anime because of the title, but there actually wasn't that much. I will be giving the light novel a read. I think when I have the time, I will be giving it a read, see if I like it, because I think this adaptation is actually really good. And to be honest, I've seen no one really shit talk this anime, and I usually hear a lot of people shit talking anime that have titles like these, but no one's really shit talked this one. And I think because of the high quality animation and the way the story's told, and the music as well, I'm going to get to that in a minute, it's really well done. I think everyone just loves it for that. But yeah, I want to talk about the music. The music in this anime is actually really, really fucking good, and I'm not going to take that away from it. I think the music in this particular anime, throughout the start of the season to the end of the season, is amazing. I think it's really, really good, and it's not that they picked the wrong songs in the right places. They fit the tone perfectly throughout the whole thing, and I think that's one thing I think some animes do kind of badly. They use the wrong song to fit the tone. Perfect example of this is the end of the Shibuya incident, where Yuji comes back. The anime onlys, where they use the opening instead of just a sad song, because that's when Yuji was falling into his depression and realising he was an actual monster. So realising how much damage he did, basically. But I think they did a really good job in this anime with the music and with the openings. I think the characters are really cool. The side characters, I think that's where it's a bit lacking, but again, it's one season, it's 12 episodes, you can't really do much with side characters in that particular amount of time. But I think that's kind of one of my only complaints, is the side characters in this show are not really memorable. Like, I know there is the co-worker that works with Yuta, there's the red-haired chick that's friends with everybody with Saki. There's a few other characters as well that are not memorable, and I think that is kind of the only downside I will say about this anime. The characters are not memorable at all. But I will say there is an episode, I can't remember which one specifically, it might be 6 or 7, where Yuta is at the cinema with his co-worker, and they watch a film about a guy having cancer and he's only got a certain amount of time to live. And the messaging and messaging in that episode particularly is actually really well done, and I love the structure of that episode. It's probably one of my favourite episodes of this show. It's really, really nice to see how they kind of foreshadowed that and kind of acted that out, even though she didn't have cancer. And I think, yeah, I get it, but it's actually kind of dark, that episode was, in a way. But I think that episode was one of the best episodes in this entire series, season that I've watched. But other than this anime that I'm going to talk about, there is another anime I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it in this episode because it hasn't finished yet, in this video because it hasn't finished yet, but there is 3 anime in particular I do want to cover when they finish, and that will be, obviously this is one of them. The next one will be hold on a second. The next one will be How to Become Ordinary. I think because that is made by the same people that made Haikyuu. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but if I'm probably going to show it on the screen, but I'm really interested about that anime. I've heard it's really good, so I do want to cover that when it's finished. And the last one, I don't know. At some point I want to cover Fairy Tail, but I don't know when it finishes, because a new episode came out. I think it was yesterday or later today that I'm going to watch. But again, I will cover that because I'm really interested about that, and I want to cover Tower of God season 2 because I want to talk about that when it finishes up. But yeah, guys, I would recommend watching Days with My Stepsister. I think it was an amazing anime, and I think that it is such a good job with the direction, with the production and the animation, and with the characters, everything. I think it's a really good anime. If I could rate this anime, I would give it an 8 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is, like I said earlier, like down the video, I think the side characters are really forgettable, and I can't even remember the names and stuff like that. But again, it's a 12 episode anime, what you really expect. But yeah, guys, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. But before I end off the video, I do want to apologise for the lack of uploads. I was really ill last week, and I was lucky I was able to finish up my Fushuao video, and that's the second thing I want to talk about. Thank you guys so much on the support on that video. I didn't expect it to do that well. Being honest, I didn't expect that. I've never done a video. I always wanted to do a Star Rail video, kind of like that. It starts off with a really over the top edit, and then it goes into me talking about the character specifically. But I didn't expect it to I didn't expect it for you guys to like it so much. And again, I did say when I get Black Swan, I will do one on her. I am currently building her, so I haven't started the video yet, and I don't know when, because I'm currently out of energy. I don't have any more stuff left. I've skinned all my energy reserves, so the only thing I've got left, and I've got to wait until Monday, well, tomorrow, when this video, yeah, tomorrow, to get to do another boss thing to level up her talents one more time for each one. Then I've got to level up a few more things. Her relics are done, her light cone's done, she's max level. It's just literally I've just got to level up her talents, so then I can go start production on that video. And yeah, while you at the end of this video, leave in the comments below what other stuff you want me to do on the channel, because again, I do have a few more Let's Talk videos planned. I do want to do one on Wuthering Waves, but I might wait until Black Shore comes out, because again, that's literally around the corner. So yeah, thank you guys for all the support on the last video, and I will be doing more videos like that in the future. It's just as of right now, because I'm fully recovered now, I can start working again. I'm gonna post this video, and then I don't know what I'm gonna post, depending on depending on how I'm gonna level up Black Swan's talents. I might wait a few days to level up her talents, so I can just do it all in one day and start editing on that or something like that. I don't know. But again, thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you later in a bit. Peace.